In this video, I'm going to share with you the easiest ICT trading strategy that has helped hundreds of my students get funded with over 25 million in secured prop firm capital, with students taking consistent 4 to 5 figure payouts. This is the exact trading strategy that I personally use, and it's helped me get max allocated with prop firms and helps me make consistently 5 to 6 figures monthly. This strategy is the easiest, the simplest, and the most systematic strategy that I've ever seen. If you're new here, my name's Liam and I've been trading for the last 8 years, and I have a degree in mathematics in finance. And trading is all I do all day long. So with that being said, let's dive into the video. If you do not understand the first concept, there is no way that you will ever become consistently profitable in the markets. So as you can see, there is a low, there is a high, there is a low, there is a high. And what this represents is London high right here and London low right here. So I want you to know that there is buy side liquidity resting above the London high, and there is sell side liquidity resting below the London kill zone low. The London kill zone is between 3 and 5 a.m. Eastern. And so every single day when you're turning up to the markets, I want you to mark on the range of the London kill zone. So the London high and the London low. And so what you're going to be looking for, this is during a New York kill zone. So this is between 8 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Eastern. If you have a sell bias market, then what you're going to be looking for is for price to come up to trade above your London session high, taking out this buy side liquidity. And what this is going to be doing is two things. Number one, this is going to be inducing a lot of breakout traders into this market, thinking that this market is going to trade higher. You know, imagine any traders that sold in London. A lot of their stop losses are going to be resting above the London kill zone high. And so this manipulation right here will actually be stopping them out. And this is actually what is providing the buy side liquidity in the market. And it's this buy side liquidity that the bigger players, that the institutions need in order to position to prevent slippage in the market. And it's your job as a trader, if you have a sell bias, to take advantage and to position somewhere within this market right here and then look at trading the market lower. So your stop loss will go above liquidity sweep high. You're going to be looking for an entry model somewhere within here, and then you're going to be simply looking at targeting lower prices. If you have a long bias on the day, what you're going to be looking for is for price to come down, trade below your London session low, taking out sell side liquidity. What's this going to do? Two things. Number one, induce breakout traders short into this market, and it's going to be stopping out early buyers, right? Imagine that you bought in London. A lot of traders are going to have a stop loss below the London session low. And so this is going to be stopping them out. And this is ultimately what is providing the sell side liquidity for the bigger players, the institutions, to position with the goal of taking part with the trend and then to trade this market higher. And your job as a trader is to position somewhere within the liquidity sweep, within the manipulation. You're going to have a clear stop loss below the liquidity sweep low, and then you're going to look at targeting higher prices. To note that this liquidity sweep, it can occur before the kill zone, but your execution, your confirmation, your entry model has to occur during the kill zone, which is between 8 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. Eastern. So you will not be taking any trades outside of this window, and this will dramatically improve your win rate. So now we're looking at US 500 on the 15-minute time frame. And everything that I've covered so far is absolutely useless unless you understand a directional bias. And all that simply means is, are you looking for longs today? Are you looking for shorts today? Or are you sitting on your hands and waiting? So as you can see, there is 3 different colored lines on my screen right here. We have the 50 exponential moving average in green, the 100 exponential moving average in blue, and the 200 exponential moving average in red. So when the 50 is greater than the 100, which is greater in price than the 200, this indicates to you as a trader that you have a long directional bias, meaning that you will only be looking for long positions. So now that you understand directional bias, this is where so many traders go wrong. we have buy side liquidity resting above the London kill zone high, and we have buy side liquidity resting above the Asia session high. But this is where so many traders go wrong, because we don't care about buy side liquidity. Because this is a long bias market, what we need to go ahead and do is mark on sell side liquidity. So we have sell side liquidity resting below the London kill zone low. And so when you're bullish, you're looking for price to come down, manipulate and liquidate below the London kill zone low. What this is going to do is induce breakout traders into this market, thinking that this is a breakout to the downside, providing sell side liquidity. And this is also going to stop out any early buyers, right? Imagine that you bought in London, maybe you FOMO'd in this area or here. A lot of traders are going to have a stop loss below the London kill zone low. So this will be stopping them out, and this will also be providing further sell side liquidity. So now it's a patience game, right? We're waiting for price to come down below the London kill zone low. And this is where you have to be very, very disciplined. What I do is I set an alert at the London kill zone low. When it goes off, then I would monitor more closely. But what I would not do is take a trade in no man's land. So we're waiting for price to come down. And so this right here is your liquidity sweep. It doesn't matter if we wick below or whether we close below here. I still classify this as a valid liquidity sweep. And then all that I'm waiting for is a 15-minute bullish candle closure, but that has to occur during a New York kill zone. So the liquidity sweep can occur before the kill zone, but the confirmation has to occur during the kill zone, and that confirmation has to occur after taking out fresh liquidity, meaning sell side liquidity below London kill zone low. But this is where so many traders go wrong. We don't just enter on the closure of the candle, we enter on the break of the high. So this is your confirmation high, this is your confirmation low. And so how I entered was I set a buy stop just above this 15-minute bullish candle high. Stop loss goes below the liquidity sweep low, and then I'm looking at targeting a fixed, mechanical, repeatable 1 to 2 risk to reward. So we're not looking for a home run in these trades. We're just looking at taking a small, repeatable, bite-sized piece out of the market over and over again. And as you can see, take profit was hit for a 1 to 2 risk to reward on this trade right here. Here is the analysis that was sent ahead of time to the exclusive community. And this was actually a trade that I took on a trading live stream. You can see as well, we got very close to take profit. Price reversed from this level, rejected back to entry, and then we hit a full take profit. And so it's really important that you don't micromanage, you don't interfere, and you just allow these trades to play out. You see, a lot of traders would have went wrong here because they would have micromanaged. They might have went break even too early. They may have got stopped out at break even. Or if you're going, that you're that trader that's going for a home run, maybe you're just getting emotional. You believe that, we're going to come and take these highs over here, and then price reverses on yourself. And so it's really important that you take your profits, you bank your profits, and then you rinse and repeat over and over again. Okay, so just to summarize this trade right here, number 1, directional bias, right? 50, 100, 200 EMA, long bias market. Number 2, a liquidity sweep below London kill zone low. This is the trap that is inducing breakout traders into the market. Then number 3, entry model. So during a kill zone, high volume session, wait for a confirmation, wait for a break of that high, invalidation below the liquidity sweep low, and then target a fixed, repeatable 1 to 2 risks to reward. I want to give you a bonus tip at the end of this video to help you with scaling your prop firm capital. So imagine that this is your equity curve right here. You see, where most traders go wrong is they buy more challenges when their strategy is outperforming. So they're going to be buying more challenges during this period in price right here. But let's say that you understand the maximum drawdown of your trading strategy, and let's say that is around 8 to 10% using 1% risk. Well, every time that your strategy is in a 7% plus drawdown, so that would be during these phases right here, this would actually be a very good time to buy funding challenges, because the expectation is that this drawdown will not last forever. And then when your strategy starts performing again, the ones that you bought when your strategy and your equity curve was in drawdown, them funded accounts get funded, they get verified, but also the accounts that you bought in and around these areas, they are now back in profit. But this only works if you know your maximum drawdown statistically based on historic data. And so when you're in that zone of drawdown, say 7, 8, 9, 10% drawdown, that's a good time to be buying, being more aggressive and loading up on funding accounts, as opposed to using emotions when everything's going well and buying so many more at the highs. And this is an amazing advanced prop firm scaling technique that I've leveraged over the last 2 years of trading, which has allowed me to scale to over $1 million in prop firm capital. I encourage you to go away, backtest your strategy for yourself, understand your drawdowns, understand your equity curve before implementing a process or a system like this one.